number 109. Find the instantaneous rate of change of f of x at x equal 3, given that f of x is equal to x squared plus 4x minus 5. Now we want to find the answer using limits. But before we do that, I want to make sure you're familiar with finding it the easy way with derivatives. So I'm just going to give you a brief intro into derivatives. The derivative of x to the n is equal to n times x to the n minus 1. So the derivative of x squared is going to be 2x, 2 minus 1 is 1, so 2 to the x to the first power. The derivative of x cubed is going to be 3x squared. The derivative of x to the fourth is 4x cubed. Now let's say if we have a constant in front, the derivative of 7x to the fifth. This is basically 7 times the derivative of x to the fifth. So that's 7 times 5, x to the 4, which is 35x to the fourth. The derivative of x, or x to the first power, this is like 1, x to the 0. Anything raised to the 0 is 1. So the derivative of x is just 1. So if you have the derivative of 8x, it's just going to be 8 times 1, which is 8. The derivative of negative 7x is negative 7 times 1, which is negative 7. And finally, the derivative of a constant, like let's say 4, is 0. The derivative of the function f of x is equal to f prime of x. That's something you want to keep in mind. So if we want to find f prime of x, this is the derivative of f as a function. The derivative of x squared is going to be 2x to the first power. The derivative of 4x, that's 4 times 1, which is 4. And the derivative of the constant negative 5 is 0. So it's just 2x plus 4. This function, the derivative, will give us the instantaneous rate of change of f of x at any point x. So if we want to find the instantaneous rate of change at x equals 3, we just got to plug in 3 into the derivative function. It's going to be 2 times 3 plus 4. 2 times 3 is 6. 6 plus 4 is 10. So this is the instantaneous rate of change at x equals 3. And that's 10. This value is also equal to the slope of the tangent line. So the slope of the tangent line is also 10. And that's equal to the instantaneous rate of change. The average rate of change, what we did in the last problem, that's equal to the slope of the secant line. So make sure you understand that. The instantaneous rate of change is equal to the slope of the tangent line. The average rate of change is equal to the slope of the secant line. So now, since this test is about limits, we need to be able to get the same answer using limits. The slope of the tangent line, which is equal to the instantaneous rate of change at x equals a, this is equal, there's two formulas that you could use to get it. This is equal to the limit as x approaches a of f of x minus f of a over x minus a. So that's one formula that you could use. The other formula is it's equal to the limit as h approaches 0 of f of a plus h minus f of a over h. So you could use that limit as well to get the same answer. I'm going to use the one above. So f prime of a, by the way, this won't give us f prime of x, it will give us f prime of a, which is 10. It'll give us a specific number. So here we have f of x. F of x is x squared plus 4x minus 5. And then minus f of a. So f of a, we're basically, actually, before we do that, I need to take a step back. A is 3. So we're trying to find f prime of 3. So I need to write the limit as x approaches 3. So we have to replace a with 3. And that's going to equal f of x. So we're just going to rewrite the function the way it is. And then minus f of a. So what we're doing is we're plugging in 3 into this function. In this case, f of 3. But before we do that, since I want to show this step by step, let's just replace a with 3 first. So this is going to be f of x minus f of 3 over x minus 3. It's good to do things step by step. So now let's replace f of x with what it is. That's x squared plus 4x minus 5. And then f of 3. So we're going to plug in 3 into f of x. So that's 3 squared plus 4 times 3 minus 5. And on the bottom, we're just going to leave it as x minus 3. So right now, we can't plug in 3 because we'll get a 0 on the bottom. So we have x squared plus 4x minus 5. And then we have minus 3 squared is 9. 4 times 3 is 12. And we have minus 5 all over x minus 3. So let's begin by distributing the negative sign. So this is going to be x squared plus 4x minus 5 minus 9 minus 12 plus 5 when we distribute the negative sign to everything in the brackets. Now, negative 5 and positive 5 will cancel. And negative 9 minus 12 is negative 21. So now what we need to do is we need to factor. Two numbers that multiply to negative 21 but add to 4. That's going to be positive 7 and negative 3. 7 times negative 3 is negative 21. 7 plus negative 3 will add up to 4. So the factor of this trinomial is going to be x plus 7 times x minus 3. And so we could cancel the x minus 3 factors. And we'll have the limit as x approaches 3 of x plus 7. And that's going to be 3 plus 7, which is 10. So we could see that the answers, they indeed match up. So now you have two ways in which you could find the instantaneous rate of change. But on a test for limits, typically you'll need to do it the long way. You'll have to get this answer using limits. Especially if the test question says, justify your answer using limits.